All right, where we left off was in this last example. Oh, goodness. Okay, in this last example. I'd gotten to this part. I was going to multiply these two things together. But first, I needed to simplify this monomial. By the power raised to the power, it's to the 6 now. And then we can just multiply across. But first, we have to bring in that 6 again. So make sure everything has an exponent. 2 to the first to the 6 is negative 2 to the 6, and y to the first to the 6 is y to the 6. Now, negative 2 to the 6, be careful. If you put it in your calculator like this, it's going to give you a negative number. It's taking 2 to the 6 and slapping a negative on it. You need to put parentheses around the 2 and then raise it to the 6. So it's positive 64, okay? So this is going to end up being 3x y to the 4th times 64 y to the 6. Now we can multiply across. 3 times 64 is going to give you 192. X to the first, no other x's, so it's just x. Y to the 4th, y to the 6th is y to the 10th. And that is your final answer. Okay, so that's putting it all together, everything you've learned. I want you to try this, pause the video, come back and check your answer. All right, make sure everything has an exponent. So this is going to end up being 1/2 to the 3rd, a to the 6th, b to the 6th. Now this quantity is going to be multiplied by this quantity, but we have to deal with this first. It's going to be negative 4, b to the, well, the whole thing has to be raised to the 4th. It's a little tricky. So 1/2 cubed is 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. It's going to be 1/8, a to the 6, b to the 6, times, well, negative 4 to the 4th. Remember, we have to put in our calculator as quantity negative 4 to the 4th. So that's going to be positive 256. And then it's going to be b to the 4th. Now we have to multiply across. 256 times an 1/8, or 256 divided by 8, is 32. A to the 6, no other a's. B to the 6, b to the 4th is b to the 10th. And that's your answer. Okay, these ones are a little bit intense. Is this it for? Okay, now on the back, I want you to try these 3. It says homework quiz. I used to give homework quizzes. Okay, so I used to pick 3 problems from the homework. A lot's changed since the pandemic, and I don't do that anymore. So your homework is going to be Delta Math 7-1. Okay. If this video is used for a different class, it might not be, but if you are in the spring 2022 Algebra 180 class, then yeah, 7-1 Delta Math is your homework. And then this is just checking for understanding. So I want you to try these 3 on your own, pause the video, and then come back. First one, there's nothing in front of the y, so let's just call it a 1. 1 times 6 is 6. Y to the 6th, y to the 4th is y to the 10th. And then it'd be z to the 11th. The next one asks you to find the area of a triangle. We need the area formula, which is 1/2 base times height. Your base is 5 c cubed d. Your height is 8 c squared d to the 4th. Well, 1/2 times 5 times 8. I know 5 times 8 is 40, and half of that is 20. C to the 3rd to the 2nd, so that's 5 c's, and then d to the 5th. The end. Here, there's nothing out here, so that one's good. We have to bring the 2 in here, and we have to bring the 4 in here. So this is going to be p to the 20th, r to the 8th, multiplied by negative 7 squared, which is going to be 49, p to the 6th, r to the 8th, 6pr cubed. When you multiply across, 49 times 6 is going to be 294. Okay, There's p to the 20th, p to the 6th, which is 26, and p to the 1st, so it's p to the 27th. Okay, this is r to the 8th, which is 16, and then a 3, so it's going to be 19. And that's it. Okay, now what you're going to work on is your delta math, and then part 2 videos should be up.